Hey friends, how are we doing? It's been a little minute. I've had to do a lot to get to this video, but we have arrived. So thank you for tuning in to part 2 of my Make It 9 list. This is my crochet edition, and I have 4 designs that I wanted to quickly cover for this video. And all of these designs are, I think they're very beginner friendly, easy to reimagine your own way, but they're really just perfect the way that they are. And we will start with the Keep It Cute sweater by Whitney Marie Anderson. I've mentioned this as a whip and in other videos, and embarrassingly enough, I am still just where I've been. I started my first sleeve and then I needed to play catch up on some obligations I had to Line Brand and to myself. So it has been on Sleeve Island this entire time, and I need to get my momentum back, that's for sure. Nothing against the pattern, it's literally all me and me needing to get some order. I need to reestablish some order. But the Keep It Cute sweater it's actually the only garment on my Make 9 list that's crochet. It's my only crochet garment. Everything else are going to be accessories. I think I have enough garments in my knit list to keep me covered for a while. And I want some more knit garments. I have a few crochet pieces that I need to recreate in more hypoallergenic yarns. So that's the first on my list, and I've mentioned before, this yarn is Big Twist Graphic. It's since been discontinued by Joanne, but hopefully something similar like it will come out. It's a lace weight that I'm holding double to meet gauge for the pattern. So, but the pattern does call for a worsted weight, and it would probably be wiser just to use the weight that the design calls for. But I'm doing my best to use up stash that I have available to me because I don't have a lot of yarn that I can use. I say that when I actually have some Happy Mail arriving today. I might be able to include some of that in this video. If not, there'll be another video of me unboxing some yarn support that I'm receiving from Line Brand. Can't wait to share it. I cannot wait to share it. All right, so moving right along to design number 2, we have the Full Spectrum Wrap, which is a free pattern by Alexi of Two of Wands. You've already seen 2 other designs by Alexi on my knit list, and I'm very much a fan of Alexi's work. I think she's an amazing person and designer, and I love the way her mind works. I love the way that she styles her looks and all of the intention and thought process that goes into her design. So from knit to crochet, I literally could stand her designs. She's got a big enough body of work for me to be able to do that, but I promise I'm not going to become a Two of Wands stan account. But there are days where I'm like, well, you know, I really could just create content on me making all of the Two of Wands designs that I want to make. But maybe I might do that. I might make a whole series. I could make a series because, like I said, she's got the designs to back it up. But back to this design, the Full Spectrum Wrap was inspired with the brand Kuji in mind. And when you see it, the waves of the stitches, how the colors are striped, it's very Kuji-esque. I was picking up what she was putting down with that design wholeheartedly, and I just love the shaping and the motion of the waves and the stitches and how it plays with the colors, because it's the full spectrum of the color theory color palette, and it's just done so well. I think Alexi as a designer really has an amazing grasp on applying color to texture and really blending the best of both worlds, and I think this wrap is a prime example of that. And I think it'd be great as a year-round wrap because it is designed with color theory, the mini skeins, so the 100% acrylic, bouncy, squishy, the lacy, meshy vibe of the texture is something I think that you could wear really transitional from spring to summer. It'd be a cute wrap around, you know, for something to throw on to go to the beach or go to the pool, or from summer to fall when you just want an extra layer on when the breeze starts to kick up. And if you're in a more mild climate where it doesn't really get too cold. From fall to winter, it would be great. And of course, once it's winter, you probably, like I said, depending on where you are, you might want something just a little more bulky, but I think you could just make it work. It's a great layering piece, and it's why it's made my list. And moving right along, we are going to go to another cool wrap, the Rhombus in a Row, designed by one of my favorites, Quinn of Ila Quinn Designs. She's such a good friend of mine, one of my favorite people. I love her work. We share a love for geometric designs and shapes, and when you see it, it makes sense. And I think this too is something that would be great for throwing over yourself to go to the beach or to the pool, or just a nice evening where you want something that's a subtle statement with the shaping, with the, what style is it? It's filet crochet. And I just like the shapes. I like the shapes. I mean, it's plain and simple. I like the shapes. I think with any color, it would look really cool. I think it'd actually be really cool to color block it and have the fillet separate and the rhombus shapes one color, or even multicolored or something like that, just to create some extra dimension in the design. But I do think that it's something that you could really make your own, but the design on its own is really beautiful and chic and simple. And I like that. I like that you can get a lot of drama without having to do too much, and that design definitely gives you that. And you could wear it so many different ways. You could wrap it so many different ways. It would look good with so many different layering pieces, or again, just being the statement on its own. So that's why that makes my list, because I really want to wear it as a beach cover up. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I immediately was just like, oh, I'm gonna wear this on somebody's beach. Okay, when I plan on getting to a beach, I don't know, but in my mind, I'm on a beach and it's wrapped around me and I'm happy. So I need to make all of that happen. And last but not least, I've got the Cosmos beanie, what I'm wearing, but in worsted. And I want to make a worsted set out of the Cosmos beanie and the Cosmos infinity scarf. I originally designed these in a super bulky yarn. I'm sure you can hear my kids playing and running around. I originally designed the Cosmos set in a super bulky yarn, and I've played with the idea of doing worsted until I finally made one using Lion Brand's Lazy Days. I found it at Joann, and I love it in this yarn in particular. It's the closest to a Bernat homemaker or home deck dupe. This is 100% polyester, so it's polyfilled. It's a chainette construction fiber, and it's so smooth, it's so silky, it's so bouncy. It has a lot of elasticity, and I'm not quite sure why polyester has this inherent, well, it doesn't inherently have elasticity, but when it's worked up, it gets where it needs to go. Hold on. Like I was saying, this yarn in particular, it has just a type of elasticity that I don't get with a lot of acrylic yarn. You could always just stitch, you know, what is it? An acrylic thread through it. I've seen a technique where you just slip stitch in rows of, why do I keep saying acrylic? Elastic thread, there you go. And you can keep it stretchy and it'll maintain its shape. Whereas a lot of crochet beanies over time will eventually just kind of blow out. And this, every time, has managed somehow, without any type of additional elastic thread or reinforcement, goes back to the way that it was when I take it off of my head. I'm not sure if it's just a texture that I've created that allows for it to do that. I'm sure that probably has something to do with it as well, but yeah, I just think it would be nice. Not everybody needs or likes super bulky, thick projects, and this would just be an additional pattern that provides less bulk. So I'm really happy to see this come together. Okay, go to the bathroom. I think this would just allow, you know, for those, like I said, who don't want the extra bulk, and just some variety, because I can't make everything bulky. As a girl who lives in the South, I don't need everything to be bulky, to be quite honest, but I just like the drama. Honestly, that's what it is. I like the drama of my makes when I make super bulky makes, but this is something that's way more practical for my climate, and I think that it would be way more practical for other people too, for the reasons that I've just mentioned, so I don't get super redundant, because I'm good for that. Your girl likes to ramble and get on a tangent. But anyways, that brings me to a close. Those are my finishing up of my Make 9, my crochet list. I have those 4 designs. I hope that you are inspired to make them, or inspired to think about what you want to see for crochet in your wardrobe coming for 2023. Thanks for watching, friends. See you next time.